Hi everyone, and welcome to TWF Power or Mike. I am Mike Lane, here with Jonathan Coachman and with Paulie Dangerously. And today on Power or Mike, we're going to see the TWF heavyweight winnings on stake. When Mora, I guess, put her TWF heavyweight winnings on stake here today on Power or Might. You're right about that, Mark. You're right about that, Mike Lane. It seems that Mora, the TWF heavyweight fighter, Jonathan Coachman says, will be here, and her TWF heavyweight winnings will be on stake here today, Jonathan Coachman says. Well, I guess first off, Paulie Dangerously says, I guess you're going to tone down on the ice skate talk, right? The ice game talk, Mike Lane, right? And I guess you're right. Mora, who is the TWF heavyweight fighter, who might be a Matafata, not a Fatu or a Mayavi or a Futa, Mora. But you're telling her, but she let her kin head down when she didn't give him the TWF heavyweight winnings, Paulie Dangerously says. Well, last time I checked, she said she was a Matafata. She wasn't a Mayavi, she wasn't a Fatu, and she wasn't a Mafuta. So, she says Roman Reigns ain't her kinhead. Alright, everyone. Shit. Alright, everyone. It seems that the TWF heavyweight winnings, well, the TWF World Heavyweight winnings, which was taken off of me, which has now been won by Big E Langston, and I say I am happy for Big E Langston. I mean, I'm happy to hear that Big E Langston won the World Heavyweight winnings, and that's great. Now, a lot of folks out there might wonder, did they think, fuck, where is it at? I don't know. I don't know where it went. Might wonder, who am I going to put my winnings on stake with? And that's the big asking thing that no one seems to have the answer for. It seems like a lot of winnings are being taken off of, folks and putting on new folks, I mean, you have Bianca Belair. She gave up the TWF women's heavyweight winnings, and then she gave that over to, I don't know, Sola Sakata, whatever her name is. I guess you would call her Sarah's Haiku. And then she took on the TWF, took on the World Women's Heavyweight winnings after Max Agora gave it up to her. So yeah, there's a lot of that going around these days too. So I'm going to put my TWF heavyweight winnings on stake here today. And whoever wants to take me up on it, well, they can. Shit! Ah, fuck. I hate wakefulness. Oh, I wish we didn't have it. Well, AJ Styles said, yeah, I understand wakefulness is a bitch, And why Hasbro thought it'd be so cool to put all those things on you, knowing that they would fall off, they wouldn't go on right, they would come falling off of you, they couldn't make your legs stand right, And since I was a former world heavyweight fighter in my own right, I truly believed that me and you should have a match here today on Power or Might, for the TWF heavyweight winnings. AJ Styles said the winnings, it goes back to between 93 YL with Earthquake. Oh yeah, that's right, Mora says. You're right. Someone says that I'm not gonna. Someone scaped me and said, "Oh, you're not a fighting fighter. Oh, you're not on the show all the time." Well, I am. I probably did a lot more good than what Roman Reigns and Maxwell Jacob Friedman was doing. I mean, Jack Sparrow was like me. He was putting his winnings on stake almost all the time. So yeah, AJ, I do think that's a good match, and I say we should do it. And if there anybody out there that's against that thing, then let's all by all means do it. Here. Well, this is for the TWF heavyweight winnings. First, he is AJ Styles, and she is the TWF heavyweight fighter Mora, or Mora, however you say that Hawaii-ish borrowed name, Mike Lane says. Well, Jonathan Coachman says it is true that she was scathed for saying that she wasn't going to be putting it on stake all the time, or she wasn't going to be on the shows all the time. Jonathan Coachman said, and it is true that the Roman Reigns and Maxwell Jacob Friedman spent less time fighting their winnings, and only Jack Sparrow and her were the only ones out there that probably were putting their winnings on stake more than anybody else. Well, John Coachman said, well, Paulie dangerously says, a smart fighter picks when to fight. A smart fighter chooses who they fight. Yeah, Paulie dangerously says. And folks like Roman Reigns and Maxwell Jacob Friedman, well, they were wise fighters. So what you're saying is, Mike Lane says that means folks like Jack Sparrow and Mora aren't wise fighters then, is what you're saying. Oh! Clothesline by Mora. Another clothesline. A body slam. To Mora, body slam to AJ Styles. Well, no, I didn't say that, Mike Lane. What I said was that they were wise for picking when and who to wrestle. The bind with always putting your winnings on stake is sooner or later you get beat by someone. That is the bind with being the fighter's fighter. Oh! Body slam again. So what you're saying is, Jonathan Coachman says, that why Roman Reigns still has the WWE heavyweight winning for 138 days, and has had the WWE has the world heavyweight winnings to be for at least soon to be 100 days, is since he only wrestles half of the year, and the other half of the year he doesn't, right? So that's his hidden. Oh! And AJ Styles, that's his hidden, Jonathan Coachman says. I didn't say that was his hidden at all, Paulie dangerously says, because he was holding on to one winnings long before he got his halftime deal. Well, Mora was about to do her Hawaii spike, and AJ Styles, front elbow, knocked her down. Now, I don't know the unlikeness between the Samoish folk, or the Hawaiish folk, or the Maori folk. I know they are Southern East Islander folk, but to know the unlikeness between them, I do not know. Mike Lane says, it is Mora gonna lose her heavyweight winnings. Oh! Mora just got dropped by the Styles Clash, or the Way Strike. Will AJ Styles become the TWF heavyweight fighter here today on Powerrr, or might, Mike Lane says. You can scratch his back with a hacksaw. He's going to be happy when he becomes the TWF heavyweight fighter, Mike Lane said. Well, John McCoachman said, I don't think you want to scratch his back with that. That could be harmful to do something like that, Jonathan Coachman says. Yeah, we all know that one, don't we? Paulie dangerously says. 1, 2. Oh, great balls of fire. It seems that Mara kicked out. Yeah, it's more that ice game talk, Paulie dangerously says, that you're well known for, Mike Lane. Well, AJ Styles going to do the phenomenal elbow again. Yes, Mike Lane said it is ice game talk. Oh, Mora just took him down with her Hawaii strike. You know, I think this is over. I think she's going to beat AJ Styles. Mike Lane said, yeah, Jonathan Coachman said, and she'll keep the TWF heavyweight winnings. For how long? How long will she hold on to it? Paulie dangerously says. You might get on look for being a fighter's fighter, but you won't hold on to winnings forever. 1, 2, 3. Ding ding ding. Here is your winner, and still the TWF heavyweight fighter, Mora. And Mora has beat AJ Styles here today on Power, or might, Mike Lane says. And as of right now, she is still the TWF heavyweight. She is still the TWF heavyweight fighter. Now, I only hope that Mike Lane says, I only hope, Paulie dangerously, that Mora didn't hear you scathe her for being a fighter's fighter. You know, Mike Lane says. Well, I hope so not either, Jonathan Coachman says, because if she did, you might get the Hawaii spike to yourself. Oh no, Paulie dangerously says. I hope to God Almighty that she didn't hear anything that I had to say. You know, I don't want to deal with her. Well, with Mora, speaking of that, Gene Okerlund is going to talk with Mora now. Alright, thank you, Mike Lane. I'm going to talk with Mora, the TWF heavyweight fighter, here today on Power or Might. Mora, it seems that you are, I guess you might be the first Sovereign Sea Islander queenling that Disney's ever made. But you may not be the first. That you were scathed for not fighting all the time. First off, Gene Okerlund, whoever scathed me for not fighting all the time, well, that was their mistake. I fought. I wrestled more times. Did they not see me when I had my 2 matches with Rex from the Dollar Tree? Did they not see the match I had with AJ Styles? Did they not see the match that I had with Maxwell Jacob Friedman? I guess not. Did they not see the match that I had with Roman Reigns? Anyway, I will be the fighter's fighter. I will take on all fighters, all wrestlers, no need who they are. I know a lot of folks say that, Gene Okerlund, and I know you've heard that over the years, but I truly will be the fighter's fighter. Now, as far as being the first Southeast Islander queenling or Elder Legion that Disney has made, that's hard to say. Anyway, I just know that I've had one hell of a match, one hell of a fight, and I am still the TWF heavyweight fighter. I was going to bring Onlook back to the TWF heavyweight winnings, and that's what I've done. I don't go out there and ask folks to onlook me or to welcome me. I don't go out there and slight and put down folks. I don't shame and guilt folks. I show onlook. That's what I do. Well, Mora, no one's going to fight you to say that you show onlook to others. But there are some folks who think that being a fighter's fighter would only put you in a bind. Well, that is their belief. That's their thought. But as of right now, I'm not in a bind yet. You know, there can be some folks who are lazy, some folks who are weaklings, whatever you want to call them, who think that choosing when to wrestle, when to fight, as long as it makes them more bold or fearless or wise. It does not. Sooner or later, everyone loses their winnings. Hell, I'll lose my winnings one day, but today is not that day. Well, you do know Paulie Dangerously escaped you for not saying Roman Reigns was your kinhead. First off, I am not a Fatu. I am not a Mayavi. I am not a Muda. I am a motherfucker. Roman Reigns is not my kinhead. He's not the head of my board. He is not my king, my Kaiser. He's not my highest leader. He's not my overlord. He's nothing. And if he thinks that I'm going to give in to him and do what so many of his other kin and friends have done, give in to him, he's got another guest coming. You hear that, Roman Reigns? You hear that, Paulie Dangerously? I'm not frightened of you. Send all your kin and friends. I'll take them all down. Well, it seems that Mora is going hard to getting that on look as the TWF heavyweight fighter. Back to you, Mike Lane. Thank you, Gene Okerlund, from talking with Mora here today on Power and Might. And that's all the time we got here for. No, Paulie Dangerously says. She's coming after me. Isn't she, Mike Lane? She overheard me. I guess my wish didn't get answered by God. I guess not, Mike Lane says. I would watch what I say. Anyway, that's all the time we got here for Power and Might. I, Mike Lane, for Jonathan Coachman and Paulie Dangerously. We hope you like Power or Might, and we'll see you tomorrow for Monday Night Raw or Alone Tonight Raw.